Hello again, and thank you for joining Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations again. Well, Jenny won't be in this video today as we're out and about with the Peugeot Django. Now, there's plenty of reviews on the Django and on YouTube, more in depth than what I'm going to do, but it's just my personal experience. As you remember, we had the fire about 4 months ago, and I lost my main scooter for work, which was the Lex Motor Pegasus. So I was in urgent need of a scooter for work before I could even get the car, because we lost the car as well. So, cut long story short, I was looking for another Pegasus, second-hand one obviously, because I didn't get as much for the insurance. But when I was looking for the Pegasus, I also saw the Django, and it was very 50-50 whether to go for the Django or the Pegasus. Well, the Pegasus was a 300cc, this is a 125, so that's what sort of swayed it in the end. But I didn't have much to think about in the end. Once I decided what I wanted to get, I decided to get a Peugeot Django, as I think it goes with my channel. It does look classic, it's not really, but it looks it. This is a 2016 model, so it's 7 years old, and I just wanted to give you my opinion of how I've been getting on with it. So first of all, just a little bit of history about the name Django. It comes from a French jazz musician, guitar player, and also composer. He was born under the name of Jean Reinhardt. He was from a Romany background, and he became famous in France, but his nickname, the Romany nickname for him, was Django, so he was called Django Reinhardt. Yeah, so he died at 1952, I think, from a brain hemorrhage in France, but he was very famous around that time in France, so that's where the name comes from. Right, so that's a little bit of history, how we got this one, and I'll show you around. Well, here we go, let's have a little look around. So there are plenty of reviews on YouTube, but I always love this style. It's very classic, even though I say it's a 2016. The dashboard is modern, LED or LCD dashboard, and clocks and everything, but it still carries on with that retro feel. We've got the brakes here. This is it's their special SBC system, so this is for the rear brakes, more pressures on the rear brake and a little bit on the front. If you go for the front lever, that's would be a little bit more on the front, with a little, well, more on the front, a little bit on the back. So we'll have a quick look around here. I must admit, I do love this sort of retro look, and I did pay slightly over the odds, I think, for this bike. Reason being, it was very low mileage, and I did like these bars along the side, protection bars all the way round, and I know this is probably about £400 just for the bars. The other thing I'll show you in a minute, which I don't like, but there's not much I can do about it, is a Scorpion exhaust, which are quite expensive, about £300 or £400, but I would have preferred the original. It's supposed to give an extra 1 horsepower or so, but the trouble is, for me, it's noisy. I'm not a noisy person, so I tend to be gentle on the throttle, but I'll show you that when we start it up in a minute. Well, first of all, we'll just show you a little bit of the storage. Underneath here, it's not massively big for storage. It does take my half-face helmet. Obviously, I've got the big one today, it's colder, but that won't fit in there. But it's I don't go major shopping on it. If you do get some shopping, I have to go get my mum some shopping a lot. You get this little hook here if you really need to hang the baskets on, or shopping bag on. You can also get a little bit in between your feet. So if we take out the key a minute, and you've got this little hole here. We can put the key in there, turn it to the left, and there's the fuel filler in there. And if we turn it to the right, we come around this side, and that's just a little storage place. You can put your phone in there, and it's got a 12-volt socket just up there, but I don't really use that. Okay, before we start it, I'll just show you I'll put the ignition on, and you'll see it does a quick sweep of the clocks, and then you'll get the information come up on here. There we go. So it's done 5,300 miles. It normally shows you in centigrade, so it doesn't bother me either way. But if you change it over to miles instead of kilometres, it comes up in Fahrenheit, which, as I say, suits me. So 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Obviously the time, fuel, and all just the normal controls as you get on anything else. One other thing whilst the ignition's on, I don't know if we can be able to see this time of day, but this is one thing I do like. It's this sort of lights around and to light up the Peugeot sign, and that looks quite nice at night. Another feature I like about it is the white wheels. The tyres are great, but I probably will get some white wall tyres next time round, but as I say, they don't need replacing yet. Okay, so we go for a quick start up now. I don't know if I can do it through this brake, but we'll see. Right, so you see what I mean by the exhaust in a moment. Right, so here we go. This is this scorpion exhaust. Sounds a bit Vesperish, but it's okay. I can live with it. So what we do, we go out for a little ride on the road. I'm going to go round to the other river section in a moment. You'll see good old Father Thames on the way round. So let's have a little ride. It's quite nice down here. All the potholes have been finished. I always on about the Surrey potholes, but they've resurfaced this now, which is nice. The river over there is fairly high at the moment, but at least we haven't had as much rain as the poor people up in Scotland and the north of England. I'm sure we'll get it at some stage. This road sometimes gets closed in the winter when they have heavy rain. It does flood. And all the houses, I don't know if you can see over there, they're all kind of built on stilts, you know, because it does flood sometimes. But yeah, it's a nice, peaceful little ride around here. This is ideal in the summer. As I say, the scooter just purrs about, so it's a bit noisy with the exhaust, but I think I can live with that. Well, I say, I've had the scooter for 4 months and I've been very happy with it. It's never let me down once. And as I needed it urgently after the fire because I had no transport whatsoever. I must admit, it's nice to see a resurfaced road. And we go along here in a minute, we'll come up to Shepperton Lock. There we go, I think you can see Shepperton Lock over there. Well, here we are down at Shepperton Lock. It gets quite busy in the summer, but very peaceful today. A bit cold though. So I hope you enjoyed this little review. It's not a proper review. There are some on YouTube, quite a few of them, but it's just my experience over the last 4 months, and I can say I'm very happy with it. It's now going to go pretty much into its hibernation for the winter, and I'll be doing some work on it, a service and a few bits of cleaning and etc. So thank you for watching. You take care out there, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.